homemade soups. Featuring weekly events such as bingo, karaoke, and live music, Fired Up Pizza also has space for your private event and offers both in-house and off-site catering services. Open daily at 11:30 a.m. for lunch and dinner. For more information, visit their Facebook page or contact Fired Up Pizza at 509-936-9121. Fired Up Pizza is a proud supporter of public radio in Stevens County.
Your KCHW Morning Show, made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewelah Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Dell Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at CheWelahFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at CheWelahFlooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
KCHW headlines. I'm Chuck Ritchie. This year's flu season has become Washington's deadliest in nearly a decade, with nearly 400 deaths since October. At the same time, flu vaccinations have lagged, and it's not over yet. A late-season second wave drove up hospitalizations and case rates near the end of January through February. The state health department says more than 300 of those who died were over 65. The Supreme Court will review a challenge to Trump's birthright citizenship order. Washington state has led the push to preserve the idea, spelled out in the Constitution, that every person born here is in fact an American citizen. A ruling in Trump's favor could preserve birthright citizenship in states like Washington that sued, but see it revoked in neighboring states that didn't sue. And Spokane's homeless camping ban, strongly backed by voters last year, was struck down by the state Supreme Court yesterday. The ruling reverses Prop 1, which prohibits camping near parks, schools, and daycares. But the city still has its old camping ban that kicks in when the shelters aren't full. In our last story, lawmakers in Olympia have taken a step toward full funding for special ed. The House passed a Senate bill that would also send more dollars for special education to the state's 295 school districts. Roughly $870 million more will be sent out over the next two budgets. The sum is a compromise with the state Senate, which wanted to spend closer to $2 billion. For KCHW 102.7, I'm Chuck Ritchie.
That's it for the escape plan. It's ruined.
Are you people insane? I'm the director. I make the casting decisions around here.
I am the producer of this show. If I didn't step up, you're nowhere. I put this thing together on a stick of polish.
As far as I'm concerned, this picture's over right now.
Good morning. It's KCHW 102.7. I know what you're saying in the back of your head. It's finally Tuesday.
It's Tuesday?
It's Tuesday. All right. This morning, something a little different. First, well, she's different enough. It's my beautiful sister Val, live from Deer Park.
Way different.
Way different.
Oh, that's not me.
All right. Okay. And then our special guest today is, well, he's from Newport. So we're covering like 3 counties today.
Who dares enter the sacred and awesome presence of the everlasting know-it-all?
Yes, I'd like to introduce Ken Owens. Welcome to the show, Ken.
Good morning, everybody.
All right.
I feel like you should have had that in, like the wrestler announcer where it goes, Ken Owens!
Come on down!
Instead, it usually sounds like this. Ken Owens. All right. So not much special really to say about Ken.
I was trying to make myself look taller than you guys. All right. But no, Ken is a dear friend of mine and my sister's. He's an avid listener of the morning show on Tuesdays, and we could hear him in the background. He's always like, we make a comment, make some jokes, and then he's got to post one. So we knew you were dying to be here. Right, Ken?
Well, this is what happens. When you post too much stuff, you just put me on the air. Confront me, head on.
And if Carrie's with us this morning, Carrie, you're next. All right, so thanks for joining us this morning. We're going to get into the business stuff, and then we'll be visiting with Ken and see how he can handle this radio stuff, see if he's got any jokes waiting for us, all that kind of fun stuff. All right, first up, though, this morning, let's do that weather. It's made possible by a donation from 49 Degrees North Mountain Resort. And the forecast for today, 61 degrees with plenty of sunshine. Since I'm lost here in Maine in the clouds, I logged on to the web camera, and it's beautiful, you guys, up at the golf course. Oh, up at the airport. Absolutely.
It's pretty nice here, too. I'm just hoping it holds today. It's been so windy. I'm hoping we get a wind-free day with the sunshine. Yes.
Oh, let's see what I can do. Go ahead, Ken.
That was 29 degrees here this morning. It was, I'd say it was still a little cold.
Yeah, it's going to get cold again tonight, down to 33. So definitely some of you are going to see some frost. But that sunshine's going to last all day. And Val, I have granted your wish. Winds at 6 miles per hour. Thank you. Thank you.
I thought that lasts for 7 miles an hour. Well, okay, close enough.
Yeah. Okay. All right. He's picky. All right, Wednesday, 66 and 37, mostly sunny skies. Thursday, 72 and 43, sunny skies. Back to mostly sunny for Friday, but get this high temperature, you guys. Get it, 74.
Nice.
4.
Wow. Ken will be breaking out that Speedo again. Yeah.
And the suntan lotion. Yes.
It rubs suntan lotion on its skin. And exactly what it sounds like. All right, Saturday, cloudy skies, 25% chance of rain, still a high of 70. And Sunday, 65 and 41, mostly cloudy. Look ahead next Monday, so we can almost make it a week, 67 and 43 under partly cloudy skies. Now, a week from now, when we look at that next week, I see 3 77s.
Wow.
Probably not a good sign for you fire people.
But this time of year, you take it and enjoy it because, it could change and we could be back to winter come the middle of May. So.
It's true. All right, let's see some special notes from the ski hill before we take a look at conditions up there. It says they're now operating Friday through Monday, all right? And it says there may be obstacles that may not be marked because it is delicious spring skiing. All right, up at the base, no new snow in the past 24 hours, but they've got a comfortable temperature this morning of 36 under mostly sunny skies, 27 up at the summit, and snow depth still up at the top, 85 inches. So go ski. All right, so weather and your ski report made possible by a donation from 49 Degrees North Mountain Resort. What the kids are eating for breakfast and lunch today. For breakfast, they've got the bread or a muffin, cheese stick or yogurt, and fruit or juice. Has anyone, either of you, ever had a cheese stick for breakfast?
I have not.
It's a cheese stick. For breakfast.
Yeah.
For breakfast.
I haven't seen them in the store. Cheese sticks. No.
Breakfast cheese sticks?
Yeah, breakfast cheese sticks.
Wrapped in an egg.
Pop-Tart, maybe.
You ever had a Pop-Tart
Ken's
wrapped in an egg?
favorite food.
My favorite food is Pop-Tarts. Yeah.
Really? Wow. That's not healthy for you. I'm just saying. All right. All right, let's see what we've got for lunch today. It's the corn dog, the baked bean, the chips, and the fruit and veggies. There you go. We've made it through that stuff. A few events to run down as we head through the week. Of course, it is Tuesday. Chihuahua Library story time for the kids today, 10:30 to 11:30. You can sit and knit with your friends between 2 and 4 at the Chihuahua Center for the Arts. On Wednesday, it's adult pickleball at 9. Monthly co-working at the Yale Press. That starts at 11, goes to 2. And then you have tech help at the library if you need need help with your phone or your tablet, something like that, between 3 and 4. On Thursday, Food Bank 10 to 2. Friends of the Chula Library having a book sale on Thursday from 10 to 2 as well. And then on Friday, Chamber of Commerce meeting 7 a.m. World Trails Film Festival. This is going on. It's put on by the Northeast Coalition, Forest Coalition, and this film festival is taking place, I wanted to make sure, at the Quartzsite Brewery, and doors will open at 5:30 on Friday. This is a collaboration between the World Trails Film Festival and the Chula Valley Land Trust, and the cool trails they're doing. We really appreciate that. All right. I didn't say on the book sale, it is going on at the library itself. All right. Spring trail work. So you watch that trails thing on Friday night, you guys, and then Saturday morning, just to get you in the mood, how about a trail work party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Earth
Oh,
Day.
yes. Sounds like a blast. Yeah.
Yes. So the spring trail work party will happen again and on Saturday morning, 9 a.m., Gold Hill Community Forest. Bring water, snacks, and gloves. All right. On Saturday, drive-through vaccination clinic, 9:30 to 1 at the Calva Valley Animal Sanctuary. It's their 2025 drive-through vaccination clinic. And, Ken, you can get your shots, too.
I was just going to say, I'm glad you mentioned
I
veterinary.
can see the look
in that,
on your
because
face.
I was thinking, hey, I can just drive through and get all my rabies and my other vaccinations ready for this summer.
Exactly. All right. How about
and he just did take his flea medication, so he should be good to go after that.
Are you doing the drops or collars?
I'm doing both. You never know.
Okay. St. Paul's Lutheran Church having an Earth Day fair. That's 110 North 2nd Street here in Chewila. Hands-on fun for the whole family. Vendors, free food, kids games, Saturday, April 26th from 10 to 2. All right.
Free food.
Can't beat that.
No.
I think I covered everything. There we go. Yes.
So
Val.
my question is, because, I'm often looking ahead at the prep sheets and stuff like that instead of really listening to everything you're saying in a good way like I should be. Chewila Farmers Market, is it going already?
It is not. That'll start up, I think, mid-May. So they're usually
Okay.
mid-May to mid-October.
You know, that is a nationally recognized farmers market, by the way.
It is. We know. It's awesome.
I know. Chewila has it going on. They've got so many great things happening. You know, if you miss 1 week, you've missed so much. It's incredible.
Now, I had some I had an Earth Day thing, and I think I closed the window, and we're going to get to some Earth Day stuff here in just a second. I'm going to run down news headlines. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy, who's long railed against food additives, is expected to announce a ban today, you guys, with the FDA's commissioner on some artificial dyes from the nation's food supply. It'll reportedly target 8 petroleum-based synthetic dyes, often used to make food and drinks more appealing to consumers. In a recent meeting with the food company CEOs, Kennedy demanded that artificial dyes would all have to be out within 2 years. Now, in particular, red dye number 3 move would come months after the FDA under the Biden administration banned number 3 in food, drinks, and ingested drugs, and more than 30 years after scientists linked to it in cancer in animals. Now, of the 36 FDA-approved food dyes, 9 are artificial and made from petroleum. You guys know that?
I did not know they were made from petroleum. I mean, I know some of these dyes have been linked to that for a long time, but I didn't know. I didn't know that part of it.
Creepy.
As long as they don't take them out of the margaritas, that's really what I care about. You know, a margarita should look like a margarita.
Exactly. Well, in 2 years, everything will be clear colored. It's amazing that we can't find some rocks to crush together and actually make some dyes or something safe. 36 FDA approved.
I mean, even the Star Trek food that you got out of the little dispenser was colored. Remember the little blocks of different food that you know?
Yeah. The nice thing about it is they predicted, like, in this decade on that one movie, that we would be having some severe food problems. So I would just like to say, since it's green, Soylent Green is people. Nobody goes hungry.
Nobody goes hungry.
You weren't supposed to say that.
Oh, sorry. All right, 36 approved food dyes, 9 are artificial, made of petroleum, along with cancer. Artificial dyes may contribute to behavioral health problems in kids like Val and obesity like Scott. One expert said the issue is an easy one for Kennedy to address.
So, can you see me above the?
Oh, I'm
above your
sorry.
thing?
I'm sorry, Val. You're back.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
We'll just cover her up.
Oh yes, yes, Val, you were gone there.
Can we replace her with the Pope? Maybe. There we go.
Oh, well, she is Popish, like
All right. Vatican officials announced the funeral for Pope Francis, who died of a stroke and heart failure. It will take place Saturday, releasing photos of him lying in state. Education Department said on May 5th it will begin involuntary collection of roughly 5 million student loan borrowers in default. Funds are typically collected through wage garnishments or withheld tax refund payments. No more breaks for student loans. Trump wiped them all out. Sorry, kids. Harvard University sued.
We have some friends. We had some friends. A friend who was really upset. Some of those being forgiven, and I talked about how it was basically that all that was left that they were paying interest, and so why that. But anyway, people get so mad about that. But how many times have the banks been bailed out? Big corporations have been bailed out. Airlines have been bailed out.
Automakers.
So, yeah, exactly. All these bailouts for big corporations, but people want to balk at $10,000 student loan forgiveness. I don't get it. So
I worked to pay
my little soapbox.
I worked to pay my.
If you applied for it, no, I was going to say if you apply for a student loan now, you should just apply as a corporation. and that way you you can be forgiven.
That's right. I'm an LLC,
and you get
baby.
tax breaks.
Yeah.
I couldn't even spell LLC before I went to school. Harvard University sued to block the Trump administration for freezing billions of dollars in federal funding, alleging that its efforts to place conditions on funding at the university were arbitrary and unlawful. And then let's do a few sports as we bail out of news. Dallas Mavericks GM Nico Harrison admitted that when he made the controversial decision to trade point guard Luka Doncic to the LA Lakers, he didn't realize how much fans loved the player. In the NBA playoffs, first round continues with 3 matchups. The Bucks and the Pacers tip off at 7 p.m. Eastern on NBA TV. And on the field, Rangers and Athletics play each other for the first time this season, 10:05 p.m. Eastern on the Major League Baseball app. All right. You guys want some good news?
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, good news is always good.
Good news? All right. NASA Curiosity rover has found more clues that Mars was once habitable. Maybe we can make it that way again. So they found water and rocks, all sorts of stuff. And while slowly climbing the slopes of Mount Sharp, a towering peak inside Mars' Gale crater, the Curiosity rover made a remarkable discovery again. Large deposits of carbon locked away in carbonate minerals. That may sound like a little dry at first, but in reality, this could be a first major piece of the puzzle in the search for ancient life on the red planet, because carbonated minerals form when carbon dioxide interacts with water and rock. Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. I think they also found a McDonald's wrapper, didn't they? The rover was going over. There was a McDonald's wrapper there. And they're like, well, there could have been life here.
You're exactly right. But Musk is going to do a pre-trip to the red planet in order to clean up after all the rovers.
I always said we were planted here from Mars. Somehow we got that seed of life and they stuck it here because Mars was dying.
Just you, Val. Just you.
Just me. I mean, the best of us.
All right, you guys got your real IDs. You have until May 7th.
I do.
No.
You do.
That and a passport.
Aren't you going on a cruise? Oh, you got you got a passport. You're still golden for now.
Yeah.
For now.
Yeah.
And it has this handsome face on it.
So, It has whose handsome face? Someone else's or mine?
Mine.
Oh,
Mine
yours.
has my,
Okay.
my face is, this handsome face is on the passport. So who wouldn't want me to, come on in?
He's here! My mystery date!
All right. So I don't get this one. Trump administration fielding ideas on how to increase the declining U.S. birth rate. They want us to go out and have more babies, but aren't we overpopulated already?
I don't get that whole push to just impregnate women and have them stay home and barefoot and all of that. I don't get that push. I mean, like you said, our whole earth is overpopulated. Why are you pressuring people to keep having children?
This doesn't even make sense because why don't we just let them all come across the border if we need more people? I mean, duh.
They're already there. Just recycle or something.
And you know what? The Spanish people are the only ones that maintain the family unit.
Oh, there you go.
I'm just saying they have a great family unit where America's has kind of been decimated through divorce and stuff. So I think we could learn some stuff from them. And if we're short on people, stop stopping them at the border. Just let them in. Gosh. All right. Putin suggests.
Well, don't you know there's a certain type of people that they want from skin color to religious affiliation to there's
only one type. I get it. All right. All right. Putin has suggested Russia is going to open direct talks with Ukraine. Believe it? Yes or no?
No. He was also supposed to do a ceasefire over the Easter weekend.
Did he do it?
Which didn't. No.
Is this typical for Russia?
Yes.
But our inexperienced administration hasn't realized that yet. Because they know nothing about history.
Do you think Putin and Zelensky have each other on speed dial on their phone? They could at any time. They just you push the button. Hey, anyway, I don't like you either, and then hang up. Do they prank each other? Send each other memes?
They create a signal chat and
ow. Yeah. Actually, you guys, you're close, but you kind of got it wrong. To make these next talks, they're going to hook up on Tinder.
Well, at least Trump could be there with him.
Oh, I'm not going to say it. All right. It's going in my head. It wants to come out.
Loud noises!
All right. No jokes about that menage a trois. All right.
At least you have a better filter between your brain and your mouth than I do sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, man. Trump's done it up right with these tariffs. Chinese airlines have begun returning all Boeing aircraft to the United States. No more deliveries. Sorry, Boeing. Trump's crippled you even further than your own lack of quality control. You might say those planes were going down anyways. Oh.
Well, I think Trump needs more planes, doesn't he? So maybe he will be using Boeing planes.
Hey, we got a new Boeing for you, and don't worry, we've removed all the bolts from all the doors. Won't have any problems on this flight. All right. Trump has went after another female commander.
Oh.
All right.
Are we surprised?
Yes, every female commander in the armed services is packing their bags because they know they're next. So this is the fourth one, the fourth female commander of a base that he has cut loose. This isn't. I mean, it's getting to the point where it's obvious. I mean, it was obvious to me, but it might not be to some people in the first place that he's cleaning house and installing people he wants in there. People that'll follow his orders if he goes. People, the numbers of people protesting are growing. And when they get big enough, he's going to call out the National Guard or something. And I bet you he's putting friends in these positions to keep everything under his control.
I hear another Neil Young song coming.
bunch of them, please. All right. This is for you guys.
It's just really interesting that he can claim it's, those DEI hires or whatever kind of nonsense he throws at us. But the bottom line is he is trying to replace those positions with loyalists. And yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Doesn't the Constitution say the president acts at the will of the people? Yeah, I think so.
I don't think Trump ever got that part in school. I don't think he's ever heard of the Constitution. It just baffles me.
All right, I'm going to open this up to comments. This is all about old people.
Oh, well, then I'm good. Old people?
Yeah.
Oh.
Older adults are sharing the difficult truth about aging. And I'm going to say some statements, and you guys can tell me if it's true or false. All right? First one, it's impossible to find a doctor of any kind who listens and wants to help.
I would give that a 50-50 shot because I feel like I have found some good doctors. But yeah, it is a 50-50 about whether you're going to get somebody who will actually take your concerns to heart.
Well, do you think that the doctors, after seeing all these old people all day long, by the time they get to you, they're already like, oh, I've heard this 100 times today. They just kind of, yeah, here you go, blah, 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 blah.
More prostate issues.
Well, yeah. Val's on the Enterprise, so like when Spock got trapped in with the reactor and got a lethal dose of radiation, you know what McCoy said? And that's what I think doctors think about old people. He's dead already.
No sense even trying. We had a friend who we took to the hospital yesterday for a procedure, and the doctor he had, I would say, was one of the best doctors that I have seen in a long time. He was an incredible surgeon, and I was like, wow, if we had all physicians, surgeons, and the nurse was incredible. If we had more of those, it would be really incredible. So.
Well, I think that people need to advocate for themselves too. If you go down the road and you don't like your doctor and you're not getting the results, but you keep going back to the same guy over and over and over, and every time you get home you complain to your spouse or whoever that he just doesn't listen to me. It's time to find another doctor. I mean, it is possible. These clinics have multiple doctors. They just assign you one, and if it's not working out for you, try another doctor, because we've had the same situation here in our household, and it took a little while, but sometimes you have to go through a couple of them, and finally you find one that meshes, that you click with, and that you think actually has your best being in mind. So I say, if you don't like your doctor, instead of just seeing them over and over and over again, you can, in some instances, try to find another doctor.
Definitely. All right. I lost that page, you guys. I was going to do I know what the next one was, though. Oh, here it is. This one's for Ken. Question number 2.
Okay.
Flatulence and belching.
Flatulence and belching.
Yes, we're talking about things older adults share that they suffer from. This person said,
wait.
Okay.
I don't think you suffer from it. It just happens. And
people around you suffer from it.
It's the people around you that suffer. My wife, she's a saint, but those are some things we share deeply with each other. Not for, I wouldn't say it makes each other happy, but it is something you want to share as you get older because, you can.
All right, that one was shared by Nikki, who's 75 and lives in Canada, and she says at 75 I have to be extremely careful about the food I eat, especially when in the company of others. If I eat too many of the foods I love, I'm a farting and belching machine.
I think the hardest part of getting older is that the farts come out without you even realize one's coming on.
And you have to be...
And so you can't hold it in, or it just, you get up out of a chair.
and you have
wow.
You walk.
And I think you have to be very careful as you get older to make sure that's a fart. Sometimes you're thinking, I'm just going to rip get a bathroom.
I can relate to this one from Lynn. She's 72 and lives here in Maine, and she says, not knowing if you're sick or if that's just what old age feels like. I have that all the time. Am I getting a cold? No, I think something else on my body just broke. All right. You guys suffer from this one? Somebody else posted, my taste buds are dying. Anybody notice that in old age?
I don't feel like my taste buds are dying yet, but I do feel like you and I both have like a really sensitive sense of smell. And I actually feel like that's gotten worse. I mean, stuff that I don't feel like I ever smelled before. So I'm like, is that my brain screwing up and thinking it's smelling something? Or is it, it's really weird that sense is being,
Well, I get it because I can smell Ken right now.
Well, and by the way, that's some of my old person coming out. I'm just sitting here. I am old, so it's coming out.
Time to musk up.
They do say that the older you get, your senses do change, and that's why a lot of older people now can eat more spicy food. They put a lot of more condiments on their food because they really can't taste it like they did when they were younger. So they're putting a lot more hot sauce and stuff that you would never have used when you were younger. Because, I think your taste buds they just get tired, and they're just like, I'm not going to work anymore. I'm old.
You got to light them up. All right, last one here. How about hearing? Hearing.
What?
I knew that was coming. I knew I could count on you guys. You're so good. What? I don't know. I tuned into KCHW, you listen to the morning show, and everybody's just going, what? What? I think they're having technical problems.
So I have a story along that line because Brad was telling me, this has been a couple years back, that he goes, honey, I think you need to have your hearing checked. You're not hearing stuff. And I said, no, honey, my hearing's fine. You mumble. And he's like, no, I do not mumble. You have a hearing problem. So I made an appointment. Costco, they'll check your ears for free. And when I got in there, I told the gal who was doing the test that day, I said, me and my husband have a dispute about whether it's my hearing or his mumbling. When all was said and done, my hearing was fine.
All right.
So, yes.
Well,
maybe it's selective hearing, too.
Is it mumbling under our breath?
That could be.
Yeah, I'll take out the garbage. Yeah, because Pam says I mumble all the time. So I think it's just, All
right. Trump has ran an ad on Mexico television stations.
Oh,
no.
Yeah, and the country of Mexico is demanding that the TV stations pull the ad for discrimination and anti-immigration.
Wow.
I wish I had a copy of it to play. I'm going to go look for it right after the show. I want to know what it says.
Well, he's probably put it in English, so no one there can understand it anyway. So they just see his lips moving, and it sounds like mumbling.
And I'm surprised that he's not demanding everybody in Mexico speak English.
Ooh, don't say that too loudly, Val.
Give him ideas.
Yeah. All right, today is Earth Day. Are you guys going to do anything to love the planet? You got any special plans, anything like that?
I'm going to go outside and kiss the ground.
You're going to go outside and kiss the ground.
Oh, did you just land from one of the Starliners too?
Yeah.
All right, so the first Earth Day was April 22nd of 1970. That's when it all started, as we covered this morning. And if you missed it, you can go back and listen to the beginning of the broadcast again. There's a couple things happening this weekend that you can get out and enjoy, and the weather's going to be really nice. One thing that I found was a broadcast from CBS in 1970, which the Earth Day organization had on their website. And I want to play just the first few minutes of it. And it's hard to believe that we've been trying to fix the planet for 55 years and have gotten virtually nowhere.
Good evening. A unique day in American history is ending, a day set aside for a nationwide outpouring of mankind seeking its own survival. Earth Day, a day dedicated to enlisting all the citizens of a bountiful country in the common cause of saving life from the deadly byproducts of that bounty, the fouled skies, the filthy waters, the littered earth. As a demonstration, its success was mixed, beyond expectations here, far below there. No one now can know exactly how many took part. We do have an idea how many planned participation, student groups in 2,000 colleges and 10,000 lower schools, citizen groups in 2,000 communities. By one measurement, Earth Day failed. It did not unite. It did attract that broad cross-section of America its sponsors wanted, not quite. Its demonstrators were predominantly young, predominantly white, predominantly anti-Nixon. Often its protests appeared frivolous, its protesters curiously carefree. Yet the gravity of the message of Earth Day still came through. Act or die. We begin our report with Bruce Morton in Denver.
Place for Purple Mountain's majesty. A place where on a clear day, the legend says, you could see forever. The clear days are fewer now. And instead of forever, the view often stops with haze.
Hey, sounds the same today.
Yeah, has more things changed the more they say the same?
Yeah.
Well, back in the 70s, that haze could have been something completely different than pollution. But yes, it is. And by the way, they were mostly. What was the Nixon line on that? That was kind of interesting.
That it was young people and that they were predominantly white and predominantly against Nixon.
Yeah.
Well, the youth have always been smarter when it comes to the future. We get old, we get stuck in our ways, and we get rigid, and we don't. A majority of us don't think right. We get scared. We're afraid of change, all that kind of stuff. And man, if people just sit back and look at your kids, look at your grandkids, what are you doing for their future? We're not doing enough. I mean, we found out that plastic bags, that we covered this last Tuesday, that everybody has enough plastic in their brain to make a bottle cap. That's a problem. And since we found out those plastic bags are bad, we've literally done nothing. Okay, we took them out of the grocery stores unless you ask for one. Come on. I mean, I know some states have totally banned them, but that is not even the tip of the iceberg. It's a speck of dust on the top of the iceberg. We need to go back to glass. Plastic needs to go away. Talk to your congressman.
It's interesting, though, because, I mean, you said Maine is super into recycling glass. Washington State, I mean, it's against the law to have plastic bags. You have to, those single-use bags. You have to, bring your own cloth or I shouldn't say it's against the law. They cannot have them in the grocery stores. And if you even get asked for the multi-use bags, you get charged 8 cents. Any type of bag. So they're really encouraging you to bring your own bags. But in the other way, we don't have a recycling program. I know that we had a friend that worked for Waste Management. He said that it cost him money because he used to ship all that glass to China. And, at one point, China wasn't even taking it around the time that we had COVID. And so, they are not actively recycling glass here.
Yeah.
As far as they don't even know what to do with it once they get it. And so it's just stuff like that. We've got to reassess how we do things, and maybe it's more glass recycling plants and less plastic bag making, facilities.
I don't know if it's moved, but years ago in Seattle, there was a site where they were taking all the recycled glass after they had it ready for recycling, and somehow they turn it into giant cubes. Kind of looks like one of those plastic tanks that go in the metal cage and in the back of someone's pickup. They were cubed like that, stacked like skyscrapers in brown and clear and green. They looked cool, but they were stacking them up there because they had nowhere to send them. And it was a sea of these giant cubes of glass. So we need to come up. And one thing that would do that, no more soda bottle. We put dates on everything. So why not in 2 years, no more plastic bottles, period. They're going to retool. That technology could be reinvented even though they're not using it. Look at foreign countries like Mexico. All their stuff's in glass. All their drinks. We need to get back to that somehow.
Well, you would think if the stores just stopped offering plastic bags altogether. So you need your groceries. It would be, you go into your local store and you know that they're not going to offer you. It's too easy. Oh, I'll pay 8 cents for a bag. Even if they charged $1 a bag, people would still say, yeah, I'll pay the buck. I'll take a bag.
And
but
it's
if
not
there's no
enough.
bags, you would bring in your own tote. I know we have a lot of them in the car. A lot of times I go in shopping and I forget to bring the tote in. I just buy the bag. And but if they stopped offering bags altogether, people got to eat. They got to shop. They would start to rethink. They would have to rethink. They would go in with their own tote to bring their stuff back to the car, into the house. And, it would change them that way. But we're offering everyone too easy of a way out.
And it's not even close to being enough because so what that you took your groceries and you put them in a canvas bag. Inside that canvas bag, you've got another ton of plastic. You bought lunch meat. It's sealed it's got a plastic container that's going to deteriorate. It's wrapped in plastic inside the container. I mean, the problem goes, like I said, the bag's just a speck. It goes way deeper than that, and maybe that's why they're not doing anything. It is such an enormous thing to try and crush.
Pervasive in everything we do, right? I mean, how do you not get away from plastic at this point?
And the planet's already filled with it. I mean, literally, it's everywhere, and it's going to stay forever. So, yeah.
What was the movie? Was it The Graduate when he said plastics? Plastics.
I have the answer to all your problems. Plastic. All right, let's end these discussions this morning. Thanks for listening to the news. Move on to something a little funner. We call it this morning's Bits and Breaks, and as we get ready to kick off with our goofy stuff for today, I would like to do this because Ken has been listening to me and Val on Tuesdays for a few years now. We asked him to set in on the show, and then, like I do for all the DJs, I made Ken a montage. And you would think the name Ken would be all over in sound bites for movies. I had to really dig. It was like trying to find Val. And then I had to edit a bunch of Kennys to say Ken instead of Kenny. And it's actually a really easy edit to make. And the one I'm most disappointed, I could find no sound bites referencing Ken as a doll.
Really?
I had to give up in the essence of time, but I typed it in, Ken doll, and I was not getting anything. So, but
Barbie gets all the headlines.
Yeah. Here's my montage for Ken.
Ken called. He's in jail. He didn't leave a number.
Come on, guys, we gotta get Ken out of jail, man.
Hey, Kenny, how they treating you in there?
I'm scared.
Kenny, stop crying. Stop crying, Kenny. Look at me. Come on, don't let them see you crying there. Kenny, how long can you make it in there?
I don't know. Maybe 5, 6:30.
Come on, man, show me your mean face. Yes, show me a mean face, Kenny.
What's going on? What's up? Nothing, man. Just bumming, thinking about Ken.
I got it. I know how we could get Ken out.
Ow.
Weed, man. We'll sell weed.
Oh, really? God. All right.
There was a trend there, though. It seemed that Ken was in jail a lot.
He did, almost every break.
And when you're in jail and they start calling you Kenny, that does not look good for Ken. I'm just saying that Ken spends a lot of time in jail. It sounds like maybe I need to reevaluate my life here. Or my name.
All right.
Your name.
How about a song for Ken?
I got my 2 hands up. I surrender. Come and lock me up here forever.
All right, Ken. I'm going to start with Val. I think you'll do better with the second joke. This morning's quick jokes. We got 2 of them. Val, you're up first.
All right, Lou goes to the doctor's office complaining of not feeling well. The doctor runs some tests on him and in a few minutes comes back into the room. The doctor says, Lou, sit down. I've got some really bad news. You don't have much time to live. Lou is obviously upset about this and asks, how much longer do I have, doctor? The doctor says 10. Lou says, 10? 10 what? 10 weeks, 10 months, 10 years? The doctor replies, 9, 8, 7.
Oh, he's early for everything. All right, Ken. This morning's quick joke with Ken. We'll even give you an intro.
Well, you know, we're going to get a new pope here. So, you know, the new pope, he's going to get this, you know, big hat. And they call it a mitre. Yeah, that's what they call it, a big mitre hat. Because there'll be very little time between the pope, when the pope is chosen, and his first appearance. And so if the hat is too tall or too big, they have to cut it down. And yeah, you know, it's called a mitre hat. And so, of course, what would they use? A mitre saw.
Pope's not going to be mad at you.
That might have been funny.
Oh, how good
It
was
might
that?
have been funny. That was funny.
So I can't be broadcasting when they pick the new pope because last time I said something inappropriate on the radio that lived on for infamy for several years. So I don't know if Val remembered. It was they were doing it. It was
Some comment about the smoke?
Yeah, we'd been doing all these stories, and we did one about the Pope, and then we did one about somebody that was doing like a birth reveal, and they stopped highway on I-5, and all the motorcycles blew pink smoke. So we had done the story about the black and the white smoke, and then we did a story about pink smoke, and then Grumpy John pointed it all out, and I said, "Oh no, the Pope's." Pink smoke. All right. Just saying. All right, Brad. Next one. Oh, I almost forgot. 4 things Val and Ken didn't know yesterday.
Oh, I'm sure there's more than 4, but lay it on us.
I will stop after 4. I don't want to make you feel bad. All right.
Okay.
Americans spend an average of 18 full days in their car every year. Well, not us. We're retired.
Yeah, does make a difference.
Unless you live in your car.
Ken spends 22 full days in his car every year, but he never leaves the driveway. We're not sure.
Someone's been watching.
Yeah. It's Brad. You know how he does with that little camera, right? He's got some of me, too. Right? Your right lung takes in more air than your left. I did not know that.
You know, I don't understand, though, because I swear last week we had a... where Spy the Lie, and I thought Spy the Lie that statement was the lie, wasn't it?
I think you might be right, but I'm not going to go back and look.
I'm pretty sure that because when we were talking out as you tried to figure out the lie, I swear that one was a lie. I'm going to have to go back and look.
All right. World population of chickens is about equal to the number of people.
Even after the bird flu?
Yes, and even some people are chicken. Brain chemicals that create romantic bliss tend to fade after about 12 to 24 months. That's why in my marriages, I've always coined the phrase, "Party's over." You know what's
12
strange?
To 14 months. Well, at least you get that amount of time. It could have been, 2 weeks, and you get, you almost get 2 years of happiness, and then from there, it's just downhill.
Yeah.
Downhill after that.
Yeah.
What's really strange about that comment? That's about how long all my relationships last. So on Tinder right now it says, "Hey, who wants to date for a year?"
All right. I did check and see about the right lung thing. Well, evidently the lie last week was because in that one it said your left lung takes in more air than your right one, where evidently that was a lie because it's the other way around.
So we didn't lie.
Yeah.
We just tricked people.
How is this possible?
I don't know.
I mean, is it bigger? Does the channel that your air travels through, is it like, it's prejudice? It sends more air to the other lung? I mean, is it the small redheaded stepchild of the lungs? The left lung is always left, that just doesn't seem fair.
He's really bothered by this.
It's maybe like we're all, you have your right-handed or left-handed, right-brained or left-brained. So evidently you're right-lunged. Okay.
I can only hold my breath on the left side because I'm busy smoking on the right.
Just suck that smoke into one lung at a time.
All right. My goofy sister is coming on board here to teach us why bread is so dangerous.
So
I've been waiting for this one.
Yeah. All right.
More than 98% of convicted felons are bread users.
Ken. Sorry.
Oh, no. Fully half of all children who grow up in bread consuming households score below average on the standardized tests.
Wow.
I think these are made up stuff.
Let's find out.
This is made up.
You sure?
More than 90% of violent crimes are committed within 24 hours of eating bread.
That's true.
Bread has been proven to be addictive. Well, I'll agree with that one. Subjects deprived of bread and given only water to eat beg for bread as little as 2 days later.
Okay.
Oh, my God. These are stupid. Thanks for giving them to me.
You're welcome.
Bread is often a gateway food item, leading the user to harder items such as butter, jelly, peanut butter, and even cold cuts.
And bananas.
And bananas on your bread? People who consume bread regularly are statistically more likely to die eventually.
Bread is dangerous.
Majority of people involved in car accidents had consumed bread within the last week.
Wow.
Toddlers who consume bread regularly develop a dependency that can last a lifetime.
There's a lot of problems here, Val.
And I know it. Every dictator in modern history was known to be a regular bread consumer.
Ooh. All right, there you have it. Bread's dangerous.
And you know how you avoid all those, avoid all those possible complications? Eat sourdough.
Well, Val makes great sourdough bread. I'll have to go with that. Now, a fun fact about bread. How many loaves does each person on an average consume every year? I know this answer because I just had a trivia question on this. How many loaves do you think each person consumes average in a year?
I only consume about a loaf.
Because you don't eat much bread. I'm gonna go with like 50.
Well, there are 52 weeks in the year. Yes.
Okay, but that's probably a lot of bread. I'll go with half that. I'll say 25.
Oh, you were closer. Yeah, you were closer. You're getting cold now. Cold, as in cold cuts. No, the average American consumes 64 loaves individually on the average every year. 64 loaves of bread.
Oh my gosh, so more than a loaf a week?
That was the answer to the trivia question, and it was 64 loaves. Now, in our household, bread goes bad usually before we consume a whole loaf. We've been eating more sandwiches lately, but it's still 64 seems like a lot, but that was the answer to the question.
Wow.
And it goes straight to your hips.
From
Just
your
think of
lips
all
to
those
your hips.
all those car accidents that we and crimes we could avoid if we just cut that in half.
There you go.
All right, let's do a little more Earth Day. This one's coming from Ken, and these are complaints that Ken has about the Earth and humans.
Am I supposed to read this?
You were supposed to read this. That was your intro. Here comes Ken.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, well, here we go. Today is Earth Day, and our planet has a few problems with we humans. Oh, my God, this has got to be great here. Smarter cars with stupid drivers. Billionaire celebrities who take private jets to their environmentalist meetings. But that's been a thing for quite a while, right? These people that tout about saving the earth, but they're flying around in private jets. People who forget their reusable bags in their car every single time.
We were just talking about that.
Yes. And glitter. Oh, glitter. Just all of it. Everywhere, forever. Glitter is everywhere, forever.
I hate it.
It does. If you use glitter, it's yes.
The gift that keeps giving.
I love those guys online that do the porch pirate package bombs.
The
glitter bombs. Because when those go off in their house, they're never getting it out. It's ridiculous.
That's such a like karmic, solution to this whole thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I guess, if you were to go around and you just think, all people have their cars rolled down their windows, and if you just walk by and threw a little glitter in, thing, that people would be like forever. You never vacuum that stuff out. It'd be.
No.
My kids hated me. I literally, anytime anyone brought glitter in the house, I threw a fit. Because we've always had pets, and I don't want that on the floor for them either.
There you go.
I just think it's a bad deal. No more glitter.
Well, when you're in school and you're a little kid, everything had glitter. You put the glue on the page and you sprinkle glitter on it and you bring it home. Look what I made.
Just use sprinkles. That's what I do today.
Make it all edible. Yeah,
yes.
edible.
All right, keep going.
Well, the person who invented plastic packaging that requires scissors, which comes in plastic packaging that requires scissors.
Evil circle. Yeah.
People who think cigarette butts are magically biodegradable. Yeah, if they just made them so they smoked all the way down, then there wouldn't be cigarette butts. Eco-friendly products wrapped in 3 layers of plastic.
Mm-hmm.
A package of AAA batteries that comes in an Amazon box the size of a filing cabinet. I will agree with that.
Well, at least the Amazon box is recyclable, right? The cardboard?
Yeah. I once ordered this small little box from Amazon, and it came in a 4-foot box with all sorts of paper stuffing in it. And this huge box is on the porch, and I'm thinking, what did I order? And you open it up, and it's just this little thing. And I'm thinking the guy who wrapped it probably goes, this guy's going to get a laugh out of this one.
Yesterday, I came around the corner, not realizing Amazon had snuck in while I was in the trees. And I come around the corner, and there's a box in front of my house the size of a fridge, and you could have seen my jaw hit the floor, and I'm like, what did I order from Amazon? That's this big. So I was like, it's super light, and I'm like, it can't be with the little garbage can. I bought a 20-gallon garbage can, so half the size of like your garbage can beside your house. They put it in a refrigerator box.
Jeez.
So, of course, you took the can out of the box and then put the box in the can, which is kind of funny because the can came in the box. Now the box is in the can.
No, I'm a dork. I saw the look on my cat's face when she saw me opening the box, so I drug that refrigerator box in the house, and the cat's sleeping in it right now. Thank you. I love my cat. Can't let a box like that go to waste.
Exactly.
She's happy I shop on Amazon because she gets a new cat house every week.
I just think that it's interesting that you can tell those of us who shop on Amazon a lot because it's like, what did I order today?
I got a fridge.
Maybe what they should do in Amazon, some of the boxes that come should have like the little perforations around them so you could poke them out and make them as cat box and plate things. So they, you just punch the little slots that you want out, and there's already little doors and windows in it, and so it's already reusable. So it comes already set up for your cat.
I like that idea. Yeah.
All right, people share their profession upgraded. So on Friday, a TikToker upgraded her. This is our last one before break, by the way. Her profession, she upgraded her profession to National Park Ranger, after she planted flowers she purchased from Lowe's. So I planted flowers. I'm a park ranger. All right. Of course, she's mocking Gayle King, Katy Perry, and the other ladies who are calling themselves astronauts after their 11-minute ride last week on a Blue Origin rocket. No, they're not astronauts. However, Gayle and others have defended the crew's right to be called astronauts. And, of course, the TikToker, I can't say it, Smart Blank Auntie, 3 letters, begins with an A. Okay, you don't.
Well,
you don't get
but Z's instead of S's.
All right. That almost sounded bad too, Val. All right. Gayle and others have defended the crew's right to be called astronauts. The TikToker said, if they're astronauts, I'm a park ranger. So here are some comments from that video that other people have decided to upgrade their profession. So the first one, I put on a Band-Aid this morning. I'm starting my first shift as a neurosurgeon tomorrow. I have 3.
It's a quick upgrade.
Yes. I have 3 speeding tickets now, so I have written proof that I'm a NASCAR driver. Oh, this is a perfect upgrade, Ken. Listen close. I had donuts and coffee this morning. I'm a cop now.
Okay, so what is the Wikipedia? I guess that would be the place to go. What is the definition of an astronaut then?
Oh, I don't know. You'd have
somebody who's been in space.
They were in space, but what is space? Do you have to go so high? Did they almost make it to space? Were they in space? I guess there's a definition for what it is to be an astronaut. I mean, they did go up and see weightlessness. Is that an astronaut? I don't know. I think they were very brave. It's a really cool thing. And if they want to call themselves astronauts, then so be it. Because I'm never going to get up there. And if I was up there, I'd want the proud moniker of I'm an astronaut.
Who dares enter the sacred and awesome presence of the everlasting know-it-all?
All right, another job upgrade. I have a pool. I'm Aquaman.
You almost have the hair, Scott.
Yes. I blew out a candle. Now I'm a firefighter. Ken made a sandwich. He's Gordon Ramsay. And lastly, I received a toy at the bottom of the pool. Oh, I retrieved a toy at the bottom of the pool. I'm officially a scuba diver.
The one I like the best is I blew out a candle and now I'm a firefighter.
That's right.
Because technically you are. You've just fought a fire.
That's right. We're going to go to break. When we come back, one of the most startling episodes of KCHW trivia you could ever witness. As two people who both think they're smart, Ken and Val, go head-to-head right here on KCHW. Don't go anywhere.
Wait, there's more of this show?
There is more. You have to stay for part 2, Ken.
Oh, well, I'll be here. Yeah.
Where else do we have to be, Ken?
Yeah.
My dear guests, I am Mr. Rourke, your host. Welcome to Fantasy Island.
They're going to be playing trivia, but I'll probably win.
Because you cheat.
Yeah.
Cheater.
What sign are you? Because my mood ring just totally changed colors.
What should we do now, sir?
Well, why don't we take a 5-minute break?
Very good, sir.
Smoke if you got 'em.
It's 8:20.
Your KCHW Morning Show is made possible by donations from
Colville Toyota. Colville Toyota, located at 160 West 3rd Avenue in Colville, offers new and used vehicle sales and service. Vehicle sales is open 8:30 a.m. till 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, with a Toyota Express Maintenance Center open 7:30 a.m. till 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. More information on Colville Toyota's vehicle inventory and services is available at colvilletoyota.com. A small-town dealership with a big heart.
and by Chihuahua Flooring.
Chihuahua Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products, including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chihuahua Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Dell Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at chihuahuaflooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at chihuahuaflooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
The Public News Service Daily Newscast, April the 22nd, 2025. I'm Mike Clifford. President Donald Trump said Monday he stood behind U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth after reports that he shared details of a March attack on Yemen's Houthis in a message group that included his wife, brother, and personal lawyer. That for Reuters. The report, the revelations that Hegseth used the unclassified messaging system Signal to share highly sensitive security details for the second time, come at an uncertain moment for him and the Pentagon, where senior officials were ousted last week as part of an internal leak investigation. The White House spokesperson denied a National Public Radio report that the Trump administration had begun searching for a new defense secretary. Next, 2 coal plants in Arkansas have received an exemption from the Trump administration and will have 2 additional years to comply with updated clean air regulations.
As part of an amendment to the Clean Air Act, former President Joe Biden required that additional limits on mercury, lead, arsenic, and other toxins be in place by 2027. President Donald Trump has given 68 coal plants an additional 2 years to comply. Sierra Club attorney Tony Mendoza says while Trump is within his constitutional rights, the move is perplexing.
The president is allowed to extend compliance for 2 years if he finds that the technology to reduce the emissions is not available and there's a national security interest. I don't think allowing these Arkansas plants to emit more mercury into the air is a national security concern.
The exemptions come on the heels of a Trump executive order to boost coal production. The 2 Arkansas locations are the White Bluff plant between Little Rock and Pine Bluff and the Plum Point plant in northeast Arkansas. I'm Frida Ross reporting.
Next to Oregon, where the pollen season is starting earlier and lasting longer thanks to climate change, with research showing that airborne pollen levels increased 20% in the last 30 years.
Dr. Shyam Joshi with OHSU says right now Oregon is in tree pollen season, with grass pollen season right around the corner. He explains the grass seed production in the Willamette Valley means Oregon has unusually high levels of grass pollen. About 1 in 5 children suffer from seasonal allergies, and Joshi says it is important to take them seriously.
We often brush off allergies as, oh, it's just allergies, but it can really cause issues with learning, even in the classroom. We see kids' grades drop off because they're so preoccupied with their itchy nose or itchy eyes.
Joshi adds, if you or your child is allergic to pollen, keep the windows closed while driving or inside and use air purifiers in the house to remove any pollen that's gotten in. He says medications like antihistamine nasal sprays, tablets, or liquids are helpful. I'm Isabel Charlet.
This is Public News Service. And a new report shows Montana receives a larger share of federal funding than the national average, and the impacts of continued cuts could be dramatic.
For every dollar Montana contributes in federal taxes, the state receives $1.40 in return, according to the Montana Nonprofit Association report. In 2024, that totaled over $14 billion dispersed. That number is tracking down for 2025 as President Donald Trump and Elon Musk make more cuts in the name of government efficiency. Adam Jesperson with the Montana Nonprofit Association warns even micro reductions would have dramatic impacts.
We're all for eliminating waste, fraud, and abuse, but those conversations need to be had with care, with planful action, and with communication around the what and the why and the how.
Federal funds reach Montanans through federal jobs, nonprofits, social programs, and state and local government revenue, as well as the services they provide. Those include aid to schools, farms, housing, infrastructure, healthcare, and more. I'm Kathleen Shannon.
Next to Indiana, where a nonprofit tasked with protecting domestic violence survivors now faces a backlash from former staff who say it harmed the black women it claimed to support.
Nisha Neal joined the Domestic Violence Prevention Network in 2021 to help other survivors. She said the group used her identity to attract donors, paid her less than her predecessor, and dismissed her concerns. Neal said she resigned in 2022 after the director suggested serving fried chicken at a Thanksgiving event in a black neighborhood.
Hearing that, it was just like, this is the last straw.
Neal filed a federal discrimination complaint months later, calling her time with the group damaging and dehumanizing. The network's board president said an investigation found no illegal activity. This story was produced with original reporting from Mary Claire Malloy for Mirror Indy. I'm Joe O'Leary, Public News Service.
Finally, April is National Native Plant Month, an observance at the core of South Dakota's identity.
South Dakota's prairies often conjure up images of species like tallgrass, which have deep roots that are good at absorbing water. But some varieties haven't fared as well due to different types of land use. The World Wildlife Fund says only 53% of the Great Plains region's grassland remains intact. Drew Anderson operates a farm near Lemon where he conserves native plants. He says every little bit helps, and they don't have to just grow in rural settings.
There's just a growing appreciation for the native grasslands that are making their way into urban areas. People are using big blue stem in front of commercial buildings and places like that.
In a survey commissioned by the group, there was broad bipartisan support among voters to prioritize effective grassland management. I'm Mike Moen.
This is Mike Clifford for Public News Service, member and listener supported. Hear us on radio stations big and small, your favorite podcast platform. Find our content and trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
It's 8:27.
Your KCHW Morning Show is made possible by donations from
Colville Toyota. Colville Toyota, located at 160 West 3rd Avenue in Colville, offers new and used vehicle sales and service. Vehicle sales is open 8:30 a.m. till 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, with a Toyota Express Maintenance Center open 7:30 a.m. till 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. More information on Colville Toyota's vehicle inventory and services is available at colvilletoyota.com. A small-town dealership with a big heart.
and by Chihuahua Flooring.
Chihuahua Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chihuahua Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Dell Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at chihuahuaflooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at chihuahuaflooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
Let's do that again. No. Put that cookie down now.
And we're back. It's KCHW 102.7 on a Tuesday. You got my beautiful sister Val live from Deer Park. We got the wonderful Ken Owens, one of our show regulars, live from Newport. And me, stuck in Maine. I miss you guys. I'm so glad we had this time together. All right, Ken, I sent you
just to share a laugh and sing a song
or two. Ken, I sent you an email because I forgot to send you the stuff that you're going to need for the second half of the show. Did you catch that when it came in?
The email.
I just sent you an email that I forgot to send during the beginning of the show since we couldn't chat behind the scenes. And as we get ready for part 2, Val, I'm going to have you do celebrity birthdays off our cheat sheet. And I am going to roll out birthdays for yesterday since no one was on the air. We had birthdays for Tara Dollar, Cadence Noland, Xander Randall, and a anniversary for Greg and Kira Rolstad. Now, birthdays for Tuesday. Today, we have Tyson Sherlock, Avery Thomason, and Phil Lopez all having birthdays. All the applause is for you. And if you see him on the street today, point and laugh, tell him we talked about him on the radio. And Val, what kind of celebrities do we have getting old today?
All right. The first one is Jack Nicholson. Anybody want to take a guess at how old that man is?
102.
He is 88 years old today.
What were you going to guess, Ken?
Well, he is getting up there in age, so 88 sounds pretty good. At least he's I hope he remembers celebrating it.
Probably not, though.
Peter Frampton is 75 today. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who was in The Walking Dead, 59, or who is in it? I don't know.
He's so scary.
Is he one of the ones that got killed off? Because you never know which one is going to die this season.
He's even in the sequels. He's the one that everybody hated because he took the bat to Glenn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's the last show, the last episode I ever watched was that one. I'm like, I think I'm done.
It was too much.
It's too much. All right. Cheryl Lee from Twin Peaks, 58 as well today. TV personality Sherry Shepherd, 58. Reality TV person Willie Robertson, who is one of the members of Duck Dynasty, is 53.
Oh, sorry, accident. Oh, no, it wasn't.
Zach Gottsigan, I don't know. Anyway, who is in the Peanut Butter Falcon, 40 years old today.
Delicious.
That's evidently why I haven't never heard of him.
Have you ever eaten a Peanut Butter Falcon? Oh.
Good with a little milk. Yeah.
Yeah, great for Easter.
Amber Heard, who was in the Aquaman, 39 today. Machine Gun Kelly, 35. And finally, Violet McGraw, who is in Ready Player One, is just 14 years old today.
And if you haven't heard this just in, Machine Gun Kelly, Autobullets.
Gun jammed.
Doctor. All right, it happened. It happened today. I call it history. We're going to start off in 1876 when the Boston Red Stockings defeated the Philadelphia Athletics 6-5 in the first National League baseball game. The Boston Red Stockings.
Were they really called that? Or
Yes,
was that a typo?
they were. I forgot, but yeah, it's all true.
Wow.
All right, as we said, 1970 was the first Earth Day. Barbara Walters in 1976 became network television's first news anchor woman when she accepted ABC's offer to co-anchor the evening news with Harry Reasoner. It was Barbara Wawa. 1990.
Little SNL reference there.
1993, Holocaust Memorial Museum in Washington, D.C. was dedicated. 2002, I remember this one. Swedish woman swallowed her toothbrush while trying to scratch an itch in the back of her throat. Doctors in Stockholm found it lodged in her esophagus, just above the entrance to the 26-year-old stomach. Under local anesthesia, they managed to remove the toothbrush with a remote-controlled miniature grip. Remember that G.I. Joe that had the Kung Fu grip? Open wide.
I guess that was her close brush with death.
Oh.
Oh, yes. Very good one, Ken.
Let's see. We're going to skip that one. Malaysian cop, 2008, arrested after he allegedly broke into a Mercedes-Benz to steal its stereo, but then dozed off on its luxurious seating. Police officer alleged he was high on drugs at the time. No. All right. To 2023, tense fire broke out at Disneyland in Anaheim as packed crowds were enjoying a show at the theme park. Fire ignited on Tom Sawyer Island during the Fantasmic Nighttime Water and Fireworks Show. Citizen video captured by parkgoers showed massive flames fully engulfing Maleficent's dragon prop on stage. Flames first ignited from the dragon's face before spreading to the rest of its body. Heavy plumes of dark smoke were seen billowing across the stage and were visible through the park. No one was injured.
I bet no one panicked either. They're like, this is the best show ever.
Well, it was a dragon spewing fire. I mean, probably wasn't very shocking at first.
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't planned, you're going to stay and watch.
Exactly.
All right. Let's see. Len Goodman, 2023, the beloved ballroom champion, a longtime judge on Dancing with the Stars and its British counterpart, Strictly Come Dancing, passed away of bone cancer at the age of 78. We go on to today's special events with today's special guest. Yes, it's Ken Owens. Are you related to Gary Owens?
I got the email. You got the email.
Oh, great. So you can do this.
Okay. Well, special events. This week is, it's National Park Week. And by the way, I do a lot of POTA. And if you don't know, I'm a ham radio operator, and that's Parks on the Air. And so this was a special week to make as many contacts as you can around the world and in the U.S. parks. And so I participated in that.
And how many did you make?
It's really tough propagation ham stuff. I think I made like 21, maybe.
That's pretty good.
19.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Oh.
And this is Administrative Professionals Week. So if you're an administrative professional, celebrate it. This is your week. Infertility Awareness Week. So if you didn't know that you're infertile, this is the week that they're going to tell you.
Should I raise my hand?
What that means? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Scott.
I've been taking all the pills. It ain't working.
We've been meaning to tell you this. 9.
I wondered.
7.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do I look?
Do you have that on your? Do you have that under your Tinder profile? I'm infertile.
I'm infertile. It's safe, ladies.
You're safe.
That might be a selling point right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, this is also Val, you should have known this because I know you and Brad are huge. It's karaoke week. So I should have broke into song right when I announced that. But
No. Should have. It's karaoke week.
It's Infertile Karaoke Awareness Week.
And there'll be a song for that. Okay. So it's Medical Laboratory Professionals Week. So I guess if you work in a medical lab and you're checking counts of some things to let someone know that you just don't have enough swimmers.
What if it was Medical Laboratory Professional Rats Week?
Oh, they're the ones that deserve all the celebration.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's true. Playground. It's Playground Safety Week.
Ooh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah. So, if you're out there playing on the playground, this is the week to be safe. Otherwise, it's just go for it. Scoop the Poop Week.
Oh.
What you want them to do before you get out on the playground? Just saying.
I'm just saying, Val. What's your dog's name?
Charlie.
Charlie and Brad are ready.
I would hope if you were a dog owner, I guess if you walk your cat too, that you would take Scoop the Poop would be every day, not just do it for 1 week. Just saying. Youth Violence Prevention Week. So this is the week that you're supposed to keep your kid from committing any type of violence. You are responsible until they're 18, so it's up to you. World Immunization Week. So this is a week, I guess, to get all your immunizations. I thought we talked about that earlier, but I think Scott's mocking somebody. Scott, are you? Anyway,
that's a hairball, and I don't think you can get a vaccination for that.
But he should definitely see someone to get that fixed. Anyway, it's in God We Trust Day.
Okay.
In God We Trust Day. The Pope just passed, so it was in God We Trust a couple of days ago. But today is the day. April Showers Day. So, I'm looking outside. I don't think we're getting any April showers. But I guess if you're expecting, this could be the day you'd want to have your shower.
Yeah, if this is the only month where that you do shower, you should get it in now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So today would be the day. Yeah. I think it's time.
And
It's
for those
the
of you at home,
day.
he raised his armpit. Yep.
Well, okay, chemists celebrate the Earth Day. Well, if you're a chemist out there, you should be celebrating this. It's the Earth, and it's because of you chemists that we have all the plastic. So I want to thank all of you for that. We're celebrating your achievement in better living through chemistry. So today we want to thank you for your great work.
Good job.
Celebrate Earth Day, chemist, huh? Sound like an oxymoron. Anyway, Earth Day. Oh, well, it's Earth Day. So that goes right along with chemist. We want to thank you. Today is Earth Day. So if you see it, pick it up.
All right.
Yes. Goes right back to the poop day. And Girl Scout Leader Day. Well, that's a great one. Yes, we want to celebrate all the Girl Scout leaders. And I love their cookies. You got to have the Thin Mints. And Jelly Bean Day. Well, this is a great day for jelly beans, jelly bellies, any kind of jelly beans. What's your favorite jelly bean out there? I wonder.
Black jelly beans.
Licorice?
Definitely my favorite.
Licorice?
The licorice ones?
Yeah, the black ones, yeah. Or I think it's the anise flavor and the black jelly beans, my favorite. But I wonder if it's a jelly bean day because it's all the ones that were left over from Easter yesterday. Or Sunday, I guess I should say.
I don't know. My favorite jelly bean would be the vomit flavored one from the Harry Potter jelly beans.
Ooh. Ew.
It's delicious.
That's supposed to be coming out, not going in. Oh.
All right.
Yes, so that was it for this day, this week. It's time to celebrate something. So if you're just sitting around and you have nothing to do, this is a whole list of stuff to get out and try and enjoy the week and your day.
All right, we are going to roll out today's trivia intro. Side note for Ken. Ken, if you can turn up your mic just a little bit, please do that. And here we go, head-to-head with Val and Ken.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
And I think we covered that's Val and Ken. Yeah.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
All right, Ken, Val, I should say, I did not send Ken the answers. I see he's like reading, like he's going to find the trivia questions. But no, you don't get to see these, Ken. You have no clue what's coming at you.
No cheating.
No cheating. He looks like, doesn't he look at his face? He looks like he's trying to cheat. All right, put your phone away. I can't hear you at all now.
What?
Oh, there he is.
Can you hear me at all?
Okay.
Well, I was trying to, find the spot. This is all so new and confusing. So, which is my normal day. So, there is a spot where I can turn up the microphone. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's get on to trivia. Maybe that'll be one of the questions.
As part of a 1995 survey of college students, it was revealed that the hot dating activity was what? 1995 survey of college students. The hottest place to go for dating activity was this place, which you would not maybe expect.
My guess is going to be the video arcade.
It was
not,
not, but you're so close to that building. You're so close. You're so close. You're so close.
I'm so close to that.
Yeah, a lot of times it's right next to the arcade.
It's not bowling, is it?
It is bowling, Ken.
Taking someone they still go bowling, 1995. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, go out and have a ball and go bowling.
Yeah. Each year in the U.S., roughly 2,500 people check into emergency rooms after being injured by this living thing in their house.
How many?
2,500 people.
A year are injured by this living thing in their house. Oh, wow. It's not like it's more complicated than like a pet or something like that, right?
It is
more
not.
unexpected?
Well, it is not a pet.
Okay.
Could it be? Well, what else would be living in your house? A plant.
Ken steals this one too. There you go. Ding, 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 ding.
That was my first thought, but I'm like, a plant? How does that? injure you?
Could be prickly. You bend down, pokes you in the eye, get an infection.
All
right.
The pot falls on you.
Yeah.
Or you're just old, and as you're bending over to water it, you fall over, break a hip, and then the plant falls on you, and you get a concussion.
Oh, okay. Your back goes out? I don't know. Okay.
That sounded like experience. All right. I'm going to name 3 things. You tell me what they have in common. Just scream it out. Shaving, whipped, and puff.
Cream.
Ooh. Rash, second potato.
What? A rash? What?
Rash, second potato. What word could those all 3 share in common?
Oh, my goodness. That one's tough. Rash potato.
Neither of you?
Yeah.
No. I'm drawing a blank.
What do potatoes have on the outside?
Skin.
Skin
rash.
Oh,
skin rash.
Second skin and potato skin. Wow.
Oh, that one was bad.
I don't know what you did, Ken, but your mic's getting worse, not better. Maybe closer to your mouth. Yeah, you're really muffled. All right. Stick. I can understand you, though, so scream it out. Stick, French, wonder. Bread. Freeze, picture, work.
Freeze, picture, work. Ooh, deep, no, I don't know.
All right, I'm giving
Freeze, picture, work.
Yep. What is the picture surrounded by?
Frame.
Famous Jay Giles song. Freeze frame.
Oh.
All right. A dark hobby hair.
Dark
I don't have
hobby
any hair, so that would be confusing.
Horse.
Horse is exactly right. There you go. Val, you have caught up from your missing questions. And what did you say about hair?
I don't have any, so that would be a tough question for me to answer, yeah.
Well, hello, Baldy. Hey, Baldy.
Wow, that was so rude. Wow, Val. I can't believe Val did that to you. All right, around 33% of homes in Hawaii have this in common, more than any other U.S. state.
Homes in Hawaii.
33% of homes have this in common, more than any other U.S. state, which I am shocked.
No basement.
Nope. You would think it would be California and Arizona.
And I was going to say cockroaches. No.
You would think it'd be California and Arizona.
California, Arizona. Sunshine? Days of sunshine?
Nope.
Pool.
No. California and Arizona are second and third. I bet you Maine's up there because I see them everywhere. 33% of homes in Hawaii have these, more than any other U.S. state.
Air conditioners?
No, sir.
I give.
Think Earth Day, you
morons.
Recycling bins? Recycling bins. I don't know, recycling. Yeah.
No.
Solar panels.
Thank you. I was going to keep waiting.
My dear guests, I am Mr. Rourke, your host. Welcome to Fantasy Island.
All right. This is a tough one, all right? You guys are going to have to probably guess at it, but you're both old enough to get it right. Following events happened in a particular year. I want to know what year it was, right? I'm going to give you some things that happened that year. All right. First up, the first Susan B. Anthony dollar was minted. Serial killer Ted Bundy was captured in Pensacola, Florida. The sitcom Taxi premiered on ABC. The Garfield comic strip made its debut. And the top grossing film of this year was Grease. What year was it?
1984. 85?
I'm gonna go earlier than that. I'm gonna say 1976.
Val's closer. Val made it closer, but you're both wrong. 1978. That was the year Grease was released.
Well, that's going to be my next answer. 1978, of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
You were way off there, Ken, but maybe you're a lot older.
I was just 1 year out of high school in 1978.
Oh, really? Really?
Yes.
All right. So you are older.
Well, a couple of days at least. Okay. Yes, I've celebrated a few Earth days, shall we say.
Oh.
Of the sun.
Of the sun? All right. Got a couple more questions here, just trying to get to them. Trivia, 36% of Americans eat this every day. 36% of us eat this every day. It's so bad.
Bread.
It's so bad for you?
Bread.
To eat like this, yeah.
Bread.
It's not bread.
To
But
eat
there's
like this.
probably bread in it. Probably some ice cream.
Just junk food in general?
In particular kind of junk food, though. I need a
processed.
Yeah, it's processed. I need something more precise.
Processed junk food.
Processed?
Come on, Val.
I know, and I'm trying to think of everything that people would eat. You know, we've got the waffles and pancakes. We've got ice cream. You've got potato chips.
Looking for fast food.
A broad umbrella.
It is a broad. 36% of Americans eat fast food every day.
Every day.
More than a third of us. All right.
I might eat fast food once a month, maybe.
All right, one more history mystery. We're running behind here. I'm going to hustle. I'm going to look for the year again. So in this year, the Challenger exploded 73 seconds after liftoff. Martina Navratilova won her 5th straight Wimbledon. Tom Cruise and Paul Newman were seen together in The Color of Money. Paul Simon won the Best Album Award at the Grammys. And Tom Clancy's Red Storm Rising was the top-selling book. That's a tough one. What year was it?
I think Ken's guess before of like 84, I would think that would be really close. 84 to 86?
82, maybe.
Val had it closest with 86, even though she did a wide spread. I think that's cheating.
Well, that wasn't too wide a spread. It was only 2 years, 84 to 86.
That's covering your bases. All right.
I think so.
Before we get out of the show, we are running late. We're going to jump right into today's Odd News.
Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
And some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing.
Be afraid.
You know, you look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your Odd News on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
Here we go. We always kick off the Odd News with the news attack, where the first sentence is true and the second sentence is a really bad joke. And Val's going to kick it off and show Ken how it's done.
All right. Monday's White House egg roll featured a new bunny suit and, for the first time ever, corporate sponsors. This year's egg roll also had a 2-drink minimum.
White House egg roll. Okay. Huh. All right, Ken, you try it. See if Ken's is better.
But you want me to read the second one?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Monday's White House egg roll featured a new bunny suit, and for the first time ever, corporate sponsors coming soon. The Lincoln Bedroom brought to you by Mattress Firm.
Or is it the My Pillow guy?
No. It's brought to you by Depends. Poll of America. According to a study, most overweight Americans who are trying to lose weight aren't getting enough exercise. Well, I think that's what it said. The story was a bit long, and I didn't feel like scrolling down any further. Boring.
You're getting a little arthritis in that finger.
Yeah.
A poll of American women reveals 59% say stress is their number one problem. The remaining 41% told pollsters, "Leave me alone," and hung up on them.
Ken.
Okay, police in Albania had to arrest the same suspect twice in the same day. The first time they arrested him, they placed him in handcuffs and put him in the back of a cruiser. But he managed to maneuver the handcuffs in front of him and steal the vehicle. When they caught him the second time, they were smart enough to ditch the regular restraints and switch to the new special anti-yoga handcuffs.
Wow, I didn't think he'd be so flexible. Scientists observed crows using 3 tools in succession in order to obtain a treat. It's nothing. Other day, a crow threatened to poop on my car unless I gave him a sip of Starbucks.
Oh, boy, it's time to choose a new pope. There are quite a few talented prospects in the transfer portal.
Transfer popal?
I don't get that one. Can somebody explain that to me?
I don't know. Like Star Trek? Like energizing?
Yeah.
Boom, beaming into one? I don't know. I didn't say they'd be good jokes. I just said it was a really bad joke.
Well, usually they're really bad, but you at least understand them.
Yeah. You don't have to.
Okay.
It's part of the fun, Val.
Okay.
and really, thanks for pointing that out to everybody.
You bet. Well, I thought maybe if somebody could explain it to me.
Oh. No, Val.
All right.
We can't.
Well, if
You're mocking me, aren't you?
Sorry, Ken. What? What, Ken?
I was going to say if it has anything to do with portals, Scott would have it in there.
Ooh. All right. We move on to the world of Wacky But True. We don't add anything to these stories, but clips from movies and television shows at the end. And Ken's got an emergency landing.
Okay. Well, Wacky But True. Passenger sparks emergency landing due to snake hallucinations. A passenger on an EasyJet flight from England to Morocco caused an emergency landing in Portugal after becoming convinced that the snakes were loose on the plane. The incident began when the man wearing a snake-patterned T-shirt began to panic and shout, "Snakes on the plane! We need to land!" As soon as the situation escalated, the passenger became abusive and threatening the flight carrying around 180 passengers. It was at 30,000 feet. Then the pilot made the decision to divert. Witnesses reported that the man appeared to be under influence of alcohol or drugs, leading him to hallucinate that the snakes from his skirt were real. You wonder if there were drugs or alcohol involved? I wonder where you got that.
I don't know. And I bet you he said it like the movie. I bet you he didn't say snakes on a plane.
Snakes on the plane!
Look at him. He's even as scared of a snake. He's here. Snake. But don't worry. It's gonna be all right. I got the edge on him. You do? Why? Because he's here and I know he's here. And he knows I know he's here. But he doesn't know. I know he knows I know he's here. But I know. So I got the edge.
I was going for a snake/ninja approach with a little hissing.
That snake looks delicious. What part do you think I'm about to eat?
The tail?
Maybe.
Off to China we go, where a guy in China was detained after he hired out his girlfriend to sit for a professional certification exam for a student. Test givers caught the woman attempting to sit in for an accountant certification test when they noticed she didn't resemble the photo ID of the guy registered to take the class.
You got a girlfriend?
A blimp like you ain't got a girlfriend, have you?
So, are you guys like boyfriend, girlfriend? Steady dates? Lovers?
He's been with me for 20 years. Sometimes he thinks I'm his girlfriend.
Hey, my girlfriend's dead, you know. She fell off a cliff and died on impact.
Oh, we must give you a test.
What is this test, O knights who till recently said neat?
Where are you? I'm just having a snack with my girlfriends.
Where, in Kuwait?
Is that in the valley?
I don't care what happens to her. She's your girlfriend. You take care of her.
I killed Bethany, my old girlfriend, with a nail gun, and a man.
For you? I had to test you, Charlie, and you passed the test. You won!
I don't ever want you associating with little girls.
Why not, Mama?
Because little girls are the devil.
Yeah. Bobby Boucher.
Bobby Boucher.
Yeah. Let's go on to Japan then, where a man found out the hard way that hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. When a woman found out her longtime boyfriend cheated, she took all of his beloved gadgets and drowned them in the bathtub. Then, in order to drive the knife home, she took photos of what she had done and sent them to him.
No, there's so much other stuff to do in the bathroom. Yeah.
Either be bathed or drowned.
Hey, bathtubs are great, as long as the water stays on the outside.
I was in the bath one day when I realized why I was destined for greatness.
Oh, no. Put them in the tub. No, thank you. God will save me. Then he drowned it and went to heaven. And he said, God, why didn't you save me?
Excuse me, Ron. I need to use the bathroom.
I think it's the pate.
We had a little, ode to Jack Nicholson there, since it's his 88th birthday, though, in that clip sequence, didn't we?
We did.
So I wonder if she drowned all of his prized possessions in the tub, one of them might have been his phone. So she sent a picture of what she did to his phone, which might be in the bottom of the bathtub. I'm just wondering.
He could get electrocuted trying to get it.
Well, long as his favorite item wasn't a toaster and it was plugged in, I think he might be okay.
All right. She loves him. All right, Ken, we're back to you.
Well, wacky but true. Purse found cocaine. Well, what do you think? A Scottish police said that a woman came into the police department to retrieve her purse, and she was immediately arrested. Why? Well, what did they find in the purse? Inside was cocaine. Yeah, maybe she should have just left the purse there.
You know, you can tell a lot about a woman by the contents of her purse, but maybe that's not what you had in mind.
Falsely accused. Falsely accused. She didn't come back from Mexico with cocaine on her?
Falsely accused of intent.
A ticket costs money. How do we get money?
Mom's purse.
Did you leave it in there? I can't believe you had that in your purse.
I take Quaaludes 10 to 15 times a day for my back pain, Adderall to stay focused. Xanax to take the edge off, pot to mellow me out, cocaine to wake me back up again, and morphine, well, because it's awesome.
Wow.
It's awesome.
It's awesome. All right, Val, will you take us out with today's last wacky but true story?
Oh, I would be so happy to. A fortunate mistake led to a major win for a 45-year-old man in Van Buren County, Michigan. Despite intending to buy a different scratch-off lottery ticket, the man ended up with a major cashword ticket handed to him in error by a store clerk at a gas station. This unexpected turn of events proved to be a serendipitous event when the ticket revealed a grand prize of $1 million. In his decision to keep the wrongly given ticket paid off immensely the following day when a barcode scan confirmed the astonishing prize. To ensure its safety, he said he kept the ticket in a jar buried in his yard due to paranoia.
Huh.
Bury it down inside. Bury it deep down in there and never bring it up again.
Okay, but who's going to win the lottery and who's going to lose? How much I got from the lottery?
Yeah, you're not supposed to eat this. You're supposed to bury it. Hey, that's...
Winning that ticket, Rose, was the best thing that ever happened to me. It brought me to you.
That's not mine. I'm telling you, baby, that's not mine. I don't even know what this is. This sort of thing ain't my bag, baby.
I know nothing. Nothing.
You needed the "That's Not Mine" clip for the previous story.
Yeah, but it needed to be a girl. So I would, I would have had to I guess I high pitched the one from Wolf of Wall Street there about all the things he takes and tried to make it sound like a girl. But yeah, I get it. I get it. Regardless.
I got my 2 hands up. I surrender. Come and lock me up. Here forever.
He's going to enjoy that lottery money when he digs it up, though. All right, coming up tomorrow on the radio, Paula and Sharon and Chuck all have the day off. Actually, Chuck's got to take his dog in for surgery while he runs everything in the in the station. So in place of those, I'll drop in, do a couple breaks, maybe a little odd news for you tomorrow. Other than that, tonight on the radio, it is Tuesday. That means Dr. Jazz steps in at 6. We do different genres of music every night at 6. And, of course, tonight, Dr. Jazz bringing you that 3 hours of some of the greatest jazz you'll ever hear. A lot of times he does it in themes. Then at 9, when Dr. Jazz is done, we give you the Soul Show. It is 2 hours of Motown music. So catch Dr. Jazz tonight.
That is great.
Yeah. Oh, hey, you fixed your mic. How'd you do that?
Oh, wait. Does this sound better?
Oh, 100 times. Yeah, right at the end of the show.
Well, I've been working on this, everybody, for the whole show. And I guess if you rotate the mic around so that the little mic holes are actually facing you instead of facing away.
That's why you were muffled the whole time you were talking into the back of the microphone.
I was talking into the back of the microphone.
I don't know if we're going to be able to bring him back.
Now that he's got the kinks all worked out, though,
there could be a second chance, another show.
There could be. We'll talk about it.
Oh my gosh! By the way, I was honored to be here with you two today. It's some pretty big shoes to fill, and being a guest on this show is right up there with. I'll come up with something, but it was fantastic to be here with both of you. Scott and Val, as everyone knows, is here on Tuesdays, and you guys always do a great job. And yes, I am furiously typing the answers in, and later on you're like, we have no idea what questions he's answering. But so to be here on the show was a great honor for me. So I want to thank all of you and the people that had to put up with me while I had to look over at the phone, going, well, what are they saying now? But thanks so very much.
All right. Thank you, Ken. That was very nice. Very nice indeed. Big thank you to my sister, too, for showing up today. I don't think we missed anything. Be aware
Nothing
that
important.
One thing that's important is our talent show, Chwheel's Got Talent. And don't forget the forms to sign up, the forms to be a sponsor, and all the details for this year's Chwheel's Got Talent are online at kchw.org and northernlightspublicradio.com. Other than that, we ran long today. Thanks for listening, and we want you to stay right here and enjoy Northern Lights Public Radio. Have a great day. Thank you, Val. Thank you, Ken.
It's you.
It's you. Your mic sounds awesome now, dude. It might even be a little too loud. Hey, we got it worked out.
Loud noises!
Mama liked to party when you were in her belly. Drinking she did some. Mama liked to party when you were in her belly. That's why you are dumb.
Let's do that again. No.
It's 9:07.
Your KCHW Morning Show, made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395